Hey YouTubers, here's a quick look at the small town of Ontonagon, Michigan on Lake Superior, and I got lucky and caught the tail end of Copperfest, so let's take a look.
Operating this, okay? All right. Now, as soon as I give you the old thumbs up, I'd like you all in a controlled manner to go 1, 2, 3, go, and we're gonna have a race. Are you ready? Remember to keep it flat and in the wood, okay? All right, here we go. Wait 1 second here. Are you ready? There you are. Aha. Ah, we got him. Are you kidding?
So it was stuff like that in a street fair. This next part's kind of cool. Personally, it's cool. That's a small hit and miss engine, and my grandfather had a whole bunch of these, so it was neat for me to see it. I got a bunch of ice cream while I was there. This is 4 Mile Road, which is kind of a neat little spot. It's the opposite direction from town when you leave the campground, and the water is way up here. People come hang out. Some of them bring chairs and leave them, I guess. This is from the campground. Ontonagon's really a nice little town. It's struggling financially, but it's a cool town. This is where I got a lot of ice cream. This is a nice waterfront park. This area has a few buildings where people put some murals on, and I always like checking out stuff like that, because I'm not artistic at all. So it's nice to see when other people are.
So this poor little butterfly flopping around. Moved it. Hopefully it'll do a little bit better. I don't know. Hate to see that stuff.
Sills is one of the restaurants in town. Alright YouTubers, I got up early on a Sunday morning because I was told to go into Sills in Ontonagon and get a Quaker roll. And that's a Quaker roll, and it's massive. And I got some coffee brewing, and I'm going to go share this with some camper friends. Great and wonderful day. This is the Up North Cafe. It used to be Lynn's, and I was told that the food here was fantastic, especially the breakfast, and that was true. It was really good. I suggest you go. And now we come to the point where I jump on the bike and leave the campground and give you a little bit of bike tour of Ontonagon. Not a whole bunch, because I've shown it many times on my travels up here. The lake is to your right, and up here you see a bunch of people who had checked out and then hung out here for a while. You see a lot of people swimming and just hanging out on the beach. Nice sandy beach in this section. I ride the bike around here a lot, but I'm nice enough not to show you all of it. I guess we all find those places that ring a little special to you, and I can't even really tell you what it is about Ontonagon. The sunsets are one, and the people. I just like it up here, so I keep coming back. As I've said many times coming up here, There's not a lot of business left up here. I would guess that the campground probably brings in the most money for the whole area. There is talk that there's supposed to be a biofuel plant coming in, and a lot of locals are really hopeful for that to happen. Which is another reason I like staying at these township parks, because you know you're kind of helping a community out. You're putting money into a local community. I try my best to buy local when I'm traveling. If I'm buying t-shirts and junk like that, you go to a lot of places and it'll say locally made or local artist. I don't go to the t-shirt warehouses. So now we're just gonna ride down the main street, and I'm gonna avoid getting ice cream over there on the left. And I really did eat a lot of ice cream when I was up here. And just personal preference, if it's not a waffle cone, why bother getting ice cream? Last year, this was Ace True Value, and then it was as much a grocery store as anything. They had liquor, they had ice cream shop in there, and now it's pretty much a hardware store.
Well, that's a whole different store. It used to be half a grocery store.
Now I'll jump back on the bike and show you a little bit more of Ontonagon.
Baseball field, hockey rink, rec center.
And this is the local laundromat. A guy bought it about a year ago, and before that, when I had come here, it was nasty. None of the machines worked. He's put a lot of time and effort into it, and now you got a bunch of good working machines. I did laundry here once. While I was doing laundry, I went to Connie's and I got lunch. It was a good sandwich. And they have ice cream. I didn't get any ice cream this time. There's a lot of history up here, and it seems like all the buildings have plaques of what used to be there and what the town was like years ago. It's kind of neat. They kind of keep in a time capsule. Back on the bike. Or still on the bike, actually. Just ahead in that old church is where I come to twice a week when I'm up here to get pasties. They're really good pasties at a good price. They're traditional, and they give you that real homemade feeling. They're good. They're not G&Ks, but they're really good. And if you come to Ontonagon, you should get one. As I said before, Ontonagon's a small town. There's one grocery store. There's an IGA just out of town, a Family Dollar, and now there's a Dollar General. But other than that, there's a couple trinket shops and not much else. But, you know, beautiful nature and scenery.
Oh, there's a little bit of Ontonagon. I've shown it to you like 3 or 4 times, so we'll call that it.
So have a great and wonderful day.